Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Ellis, the events manager here at the Sydney Grand Hotel, and I'd like to welcome you to the opening of this wonderful exhibition, Serene Reflections, by British artist Susan Lamb. We are honoured to have Susan here with us this evening, and I'm sure she would welcome any questions you may have. Susan Lamb.
Good evening, or am I supposed to say good day over here? I've been looking forward to coming to Australia for many years. It's been a dream I've had for a long time. Please take your time and enjoy the pictures. They're not pictures to be rushed. With luck, you'll enjoy looking at them as much as I enjoyed creating them. Each one is like a child to me, and I love each one, but not so much so that I'm not prepared to sell them. All except those two, but anything else. Please don't be shy about coming up and talking to me. If there's one thing I love almost as much as painting, it's talking.
Miss Lamb, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to introduce myself. I'm Chris.
It's Mrs. Lamb, actually. Nice to meet you at last.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've been rushed off my feet. I didn't want to miss the opening then. Fine wine, good company, and wonderful pictures.
Thank you.
Mrs. Lamb, can I just butt in?
Yes, please do.
Did you find it easy to paint when you got started?
Good God, no, I was a disaster. I didn't come to art until my late 20s. It was a form of therapy. I turned into a bit of a basket case in my late teens.
Really?
Well, the longer version is tucked away in the exhibition programme, but in short, they weren't the best days of my life. But it all goes into who I am. I wouldn't have all of this if I hadn't been through all of that.
Why are those two so different from the others?
Well, for that, I am definitely going to encourage you to read the programme. Thank you so much for coming. Do excuse me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the display. Thank you. Chris.
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you for the chance to display here. Coming to Australia was something that I always kept hold of, and when I was looking for somewhere to display in Sydney, well, I knew I had to come.
Well, it's not often we have a chance to put on an exhibition from someone so far away.
I think you're from a little further away yourself, aren't you? Your accent gives you away as being from near London.
You never get clear of the evidence, do you? My dad was the same. He came down from Scotland to England in his 20s. You can take the man out of Scotland, etc.
So how did you come here?
Tram. I have a room at the hotel. Not that interesting.
Try me.
Well, I just felt I had to, get out of England.
And come here.
No, I started in India and then moved my way down through Southeast Asia.
But you're settled here.
Now, this is an international chain. Every now and again I apply to run somewhere else. So, how did you come to be travelling the world with your paintings?
You haven't read the programme, have you?
I really have had a million things to do. I did see it off to the printers.
Shall I give you the potted version?
Please.
Well, in my late teens, I lost 2 good friends. I dropped out of life. I would hang around in pubs all day drinking. I thought I was being very liberated by bringing home as many men as I felt like, whatever numbed the reality. I had a few disastrous relationships with one broken drunk after another, until I progressed onto one broken junkie after another. I spent 7 years in and around London, on the streets, living rough, doing whatever I had to do. It's all in the programme.
You're fine telling this to people.
Well, you can't run away from your past. It's attached to you like an elastic band and follows you around, tensioning. And then one day you think you've got it all sorted and smack, right when you least expect it.
So your pictures, how come most of them are these relaxing, dreamy pieces, and then your favourites?
The landscapes, nature, sky, they're what I've been able to draw since I came to terms with my past, ever since I stopped stretching my elastic band.
So how did you stop?
I was lucky. I got into rehab. Art therapy was one of the courses.
You painted yourself better.
Yes. That and relaxation techniques, cognitive behavioural therapy, a decent bed to sleep in each night, and methadone. I wasn't a good artist. I couldn't get out what I wanted to create. I was angry and lonely and abandoned. It was like there was a shell between me and the real world. And then one day, I did both of those pictures. I got totally lost in them. I missed all my other classes, but the staff were brilliant. They could see I was breaking free, and they encouraged me. And these are what set me free.
What are they supposed to be? I've never really understood abstract art. Is it the violence of youth, red hot sun?
They're not abstract. Look again. The red, that's the light from a cigarette. And the light falling on the faces of 3 people is the flames from a fire.
That's, clever. What about this one?
Look, I'm not sure you're ready for this. Are you sure you want me to describe it to you? It is a little gruesome.
Try me.
Well, the light is the flash from the end of a pistol. And the red is the exit of the bullet through the back of his skull. Sorry, not
Bloody
everybody. You really didn't read the programme, did you?
Look, I think I better keep mingling.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drive you away. Would you let me get you a drink?
Yeah, sure, but my treat. Sue. What can I get you?
There was a mango and passion fruit thing there earlier.
Mango and passion fruit. And
I
whiskey.
grew up in New Malden. Have you ever heard of it?
Maybe.
South of London, Surrey, commuter belt. Nothing happened there during the war and carried on not happening there ever since. I went to Tiffin Girls' School. I was a pretty good student.
Yeah?
During the summer, my friends and I used to go to Richmond Park at night. 5 or 6 of us would go. We'd sneak over the gate and zigzag through the trees amongst Dark Hill. We'd sit around drinking and smoking.
What did you manage to get?
Half a bottle of whiskey and 4 cans, you?
Vodka and some Marlboro Lights.
Not menthol?
No. You going anywhere this summer?
I'd love to go to Australia.
Where do you want to go there? You'd end up sounding like one of them. Ah, good day, mate. Is it going?
No, you never lose your accent. I mean, you've heard my dad.
Good point. You can take the man out of Scotland, but you can't take the Scotland out of the man.
That's rubbish. What else is in the bag?
Not now.
Come on, show me.
Later.
What the
I found it.
Really?
He was in the loft. Think it was Grandad's.
What are you going to do with that?
Thought we could have a bit of fun.
Like what?
Russian roulette.
Are you mad?
No, why not? 1 bullet, spin
Stop
the
it.
chamber.
Pass it here.
Stop
You've
it,
not
please.
lived until you stared death in the face.
Guys, don't be silly.
Would you?
Hi, mate.
No, come
Would
on.
you?
Stop
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Where are the bullets?
There was only one.
Chris, stop it.
Do you want to go first?
Stop. Just... Stop.
It drove me off the rails. It killed one of my friends and it drove the other one away. I was so lonely, there was no one I could talk to about what had happened. Oh, there was an inquest. No one got blamed, it was death by misadventure.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
I'm sorry. It's just the truth. It's a little bit unpleasant sometimes. A little bit hard to come to terms with. I should get back. Can I catch you later?
Sure. Accept the past. Grow from your nightmares. Move on. Didn't quite happen like that, did it? Well, that's wrong for a start. You'd never get away with a fire in the middle of Richmond Park, and those weren't cigarettes. And you've changed. I didn't recognize you, Susan Lamb. Sue Wilkins.
Hey Chris, what's in the bag?
Have a look.
Shit.
What is it, Matt?
He's got a revolver.
What?
Come on, let's see it then.
What are you going to do with it?
Dunno.
Roulette. Russian roulette.
What?
Come on, Chris.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on, it'll be a laugh. 1 go each.
Ah, bloody hell. Come on then.
Sorry, Chris. I had to run. hadn't done anything wrong. It was his gun. He pulled the trigger. As far as they knew, the whole thing was his idea. Bottle it up. Put a lid on it. And never open it up again. Better still, book yourself an international flight, pack it in a suitcase, and forget to take it with you.
Chris? Are you still here? You seemed a little shaken up.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I just thought you'd have something to gain from the story. There's something holding you back, stopping you from being what you could be.
I'm perfectly alright, thank you. I'm not being held back by anything.
You're just like me.
No.
You're running away.
Whereas you're carrying it around with you.
I've dealt with it. I've moved on. I will always carry it with me. It's just that now it doesn't weigh anything.
You're still carrying the pictures.
They go everywhere with me, but I'm not keeping them. They're not for me. There was always one other person I might have given them to. The only one that they would mean as much to as they do to me. The only other person who can share what I've been through.
And where do I fit into that?
Oh, come on. How long have you been running? Where's Mrs. Ellis and the kids? Why are you 10,000 miles from home? Are you afraid that if you stand still long enough, then your past will suddenly break free and come smashing back into
You
your
can get as
life?
far away as you like from anything. The further away you are, the less you have to worry.
You can't run away. It's part of you. Oh, please. Matt, I know it's you. You haven't left it behind. You've even taken his name. I mean, did you think that calling yourself Chris would somehow keep a part of him alive?
I don't know what you mean.
You are Matt Ellis.
Who?
For you, that wasn't a revolver. It was a starting pistol. You weren't at his funeral. You weren't at the inquest. You ran.
I'm sure that what happened to you was terrible.
To me. To us. You've never dealt with it because you never turned to face it. It has chased you out of everywhere.
Why don't you just go back to your paintings?
I'm the only person you can talk to.
Mrs. Lamb, it has been a pleasure to meet you, and I wish you the very
Really,
best.
Matt? I know it's you. I probably won't see you again. But I'll be leaving the paintings. What you do with them's up to you.